What's going on? So today we are going to talk about my new Stratocaster, and we are going to start a series of upgrade videos. So for those of you that follow the channel for a long time, you know I'm kind of a Fender guy. I like playing Fender style guitars, and I played a lot of tellies, but my original guitar was actually a 1985 Japanese Stratocaster. I don't carry it with me on the road because it's kind of a family thing. I've had it since I was 13 years old, and I don't literally, until I bought this guitar, did not have an assembled, fully assembled for me electric guitar that I owned, that I played. Of course, we had all our project guitars and some of the giveaway stuff, but I didn't have my own. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna buy me something fun. So I figured what we would do is we would use this as a platform for some upgrade and some other videos that are gonna be coming to the channel. So first of all though, before we get into any of it, we need to at least, let's review the guitar as we've found it. We'll give it a D score. We'll do all the normal Dylan Talks Tone review stuff, but then we're going to get into this thing and decide what we want to do with it. So first of all, let's talk about the actual features of this particular guitar. You notice here we have Fender noiseless single coils. This is not a common thing for me. I don't ever order noiseless single coils, but I thought, you know, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. And then, you know, I'll probably just sell them or something when we go into our upgrade thing. But I at least wanted to start off with something that A, I was not 100% familiar with, did not own before. I wanted to do something I've never done before. And B, something that would give us a great reference to some of the other upgrades that we're doing. So, noiseless single coil pickups. It's got an S1 switch right here on the volume pot. And it's got a 6-way rotary switch that plays with a preamp in the guitar. So if we flip the guitar back around backwards, I already took the trem cover off because I don't like trem covers, and I was playing with the setup a little bit. It's got a 9-volt battery in it for this little preamp system. Probably in our next video, or maybe the video after that, we will actually get into the guts, see what's in there. We'll take it apart, okay? So make sure you subscribe because we're gonna really dive into what this thing is, and by extension, kind of understand what Fender does with a lot of these alternative circuit setups. The S1 switch, we're gonna talk about how that thing works. We're gonna talk about how it's all wired. So stay tuned for that. Notice it's got a contoured heel, kind of updated thing there. It's got a 12-inch fretboard radius. It's got a maple fretboard, which is definitely not common for me to choose. Usually I'm a rosewood or a peo ferro guy. It's got locking tuners, Fender locking tuners. They feel actually really nice. 2-post tremolo, and it's pretty awesome. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and hook this thing up to the Helix and see what it sounds like. All right. I mean, it sounds like a Fender Stratocaster with noiseless pickups. Those settings are pretty cool. It gives you a little bit of variation and some tonal capabilities with that 6-way rotary switch and the S1 switch. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's very cool. Well, let's D-score this thing, and then we're going to talk about where we're going to take it from here. Okay, so this is a bit of an interesting one, and we're going to probably get pretty in depth with this particular guitar. So this D-score is a little bit interesting. Ease of use, we're going to go ahead and give it a 3. Most guitars are going to fall into the 3 category, which is average, because a guitar is a guitar, and most of them aren't easier or harder to use unless they've got something a little bit crazy about them. So 3 is cool. Features, we're going to go with a 4 on this, a little bit above average. Locking tuners, 12-inch radius fretboard. I forgot to mention the radius on the fretboard, 12-inch, which I like for a middle of the road, kind of just easy to play. Feels like a Slim C taper. Just a really easy, nice fretboard. I think features-wise, we can give it the 4 because of the S1 switch, as well as some of these other tonal features in it. The fact that it's got a battery in it is kind of but it's a fully featured guitar, especially for under $1,000 that it costs. I think it's got a lot of stuff going for it. And it's going to make a great bass, as we're going to talk about shortly. Value for money, we're going to go 4. Like I just alluded to, under $1,000. Current pricing, we'll put a link to it in the description below. I think it's a great guitar. These Mexican Telecasters and Stratocasters are a great guitar to start from if you're going to do a lot of modding. This particular guitar, if you are a fan of noiseless pickups, you probably wouldn't need to mod anything on it at all. It's just a great guitar, full stop, if you like that particular sound. Build quality, we're going to go 3. I would have liked to have gone 4, but we're going to leave that for a minute and get back to it after we give it the D score, because it's going to tell us a little bit about where this guitar is going to go, okay? But 3, I wish I could give it a 4, but it's only a 3. We'll get back to that in a minute. The D factor, coolness factor, we're just going to give it average. We're going to give it a 3. Some people are going to shy away from it because of the noiseless pickups. Some people are going to think it's amazing because of the noiseless pickups. So we're just going to kind of give it the average on the coolness factor. Obviously a white Strat with mint pickguard and a maple fretboard. This is very kind of Hendrixy feeling. It's got a coolness factor to it, but it's a mixed bag whether you like this electronic set or not, depending on who you are and what you're into. So we're going to give it a 3 on the D factor. So a total score for the D score of 17. It's just a good guitar. It is a good guitar. Now, let's go back to this quality thing, because we're going to talk a little bit about some work that it needs and some of the upcoming videos that we're going to do. So the next video is going to be how to set up a Stratocaster, because when I got this thing out of the box, it was not set up very well at all. And there was some other things about it that I did not like. If you saw last week's vlog, you'll know that I bought some fret tools because we've got some high frets up in here. I think I haven't checked it yet because I kind of want to do it with you, so I haven't really gone in depth with it. But I think we've got some fret issues up in here. And as you'll see in the next video, there is some fret end issues as well. And I think it's not actually the frets themselves. I think it's actually the finish on the neck that has, you'll see. I took some macro photos with a good lens, and you'll be able to see what's going on with the fret ends. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get that right. That being said, this is what happens with a lot of new guitars. And so this is why it kind of inspired me to do a series on this guitar. So we're going to use this as an example. So the next video is really going to be about any new guitar that you buy, because they all need a little bit of work, and we're going to show you some stuff to look for and some stuff to do. So stay tuned for that video. And then I think beyond that, I ordered a bunch of pickguards with different this is routed. I did lift up the pickguard, so it's routed single hum in here. So I thought, you know what would be fun? let's get a bunch of different pick guards. Let's put a bunch of different pickup combinations in it. And let's try out some stuff. And with the stuff that we just saw last week come out at the 2021 Winter NAMM, I was thinking this could be a lot of fun because those new Squires with the roasted maple neck and the cool combinations of pickups, we could use this guitar as a basis to kind of try some of that stuff and some of those various wiring setups and some of those various pickup combinations. I'm just going to make a bunch of pickups for it, a bunch of loaded pick guards, and see what happens. I think it'll be kind of fun. So first of all, we're going to do what you should do with every guitar when you first get it. Then we're going to do how to set up a Strat, the tremolo, float the tremolo, maybe like a Jeff Beck sort of deal. And then we'll get into swapping out some electronics, doing some sound tests, some stuff like that, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you check out our live video on Thursday. We do that every week, which is really fun. For those of you that are new to this channel, if you hit the little join button down below, as well as go look at the Patreon, this video has actually been up on YouTube for like a week. So for those members, so YouTube members and Patreon members have seen this video for a week, and some of the other content, that's how we try to do it. Make sure you check out the vlog on Friday, because that's kind of a little bit of behind the scenes and how we do this, and it's a little cheat way to know on what some of the content that we have coming up is. So that is super cool. We're here in Jurassic Park in South Carolina at Edisto Beach. It's not really Jurassic Park, but it feels like a dinosaur is going to come out of the jungle at any moment. It's kind of fun. So there you go. This is a really cool guitar. I'm excited to own it for myself. It's the first guitar that I've bought for I bought my carbon fiber acoustic, but it's the first electric guitar that I've bought kind of for myself, to have a guitar for me in a very long time, if not maybe ever. Most of the guitars that we bought in the past have been for you. So I need one too. So this is kind of fun. I'm super excited about it. Let me know what you think in the description of the video down below, or in the comments down below. We'll leave links to all this stuff that we used in this video down below. If you use those links, that'll help the channel out just a little bit. I do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.